Good day, students. So I'm here to teach you or to guide you our module for homeroom guidance. So let me just share my screen first. There. So this is for grade 12. I am teacher Bebet. I am the advisor of UMS 12K. This is about quarter one, module one, self-analysis, a step to my improvement. Let's see the next slide. So let's say hello to the new normal. I guess we are kinda used to the new normal because it's been 7 to 8 months right now, right? But of course, although we are used to it, of course, we still feel sometimes lonely or feel sad about what's happening. And it's okay. It is very normal to feel that way. Facing the new normal is it is very important to examine your life while you're trying to adjust to this setup. It is important to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. Adjustments for your life, of course, you will need to plan what your adjustments will be and what are you going to do about it. So this module will help you understand the things that happened around you so that so that you can effectively deal with different challenges. Of course, if you cannot do the challenges alone, you need to seek help. It is a very important to ask other people if you need to. Remember, there are things in life that we cannot control, right? Such as this event that's happening right now. And these negative events will challenge our positive dispositions. However, of course, please don't be disheartened, all right? We have means to overcome it. So let's embark on this journey of overcoming your weaknesses and optimizing your strengths to attain your better version. So this module one, you are expected to first identify your strengths and weaknesses and their role in your personal development. Second, show ways to enhance strengths and overcome weaknesses on different aspects of personality, like physical, physiological, mental, spiritual, social, moral, and emotional. And third, express an oath of commitment in valuing yourself. So first, of course, you must have your personal goal development worksheet. I think I have given that to you already. Second is the pledge of commitment. And you also have to have your own notebook and portfolio, as well as clean sheet of paper, coloring materials if available. In this module, self-awareness is highlighted. Uh, in order for us to face the challenges, you need to first know yourself. Since people like you are in constant change, where family, school, community, and others play a vital role, you have to know your strengths and weaknesses. Hence, you need to self-evaluate. It is a very essential that during this time of pandemic, you need to assess of what kind of life you are in and how you manage the things that you are dealing in your life right now, so that if other challenges will come, you will know how to face them or how to face difficult situations. The first activity that we have is, I think you can guess it, right? By just looking at this picture. By looking at this picture, this boy is looking at himself. Yes, right, on the mirror. So this is called mirroring therapy. So first, you must face in front of a mirror and act out your emotional reactions on the following scenarios. So you must of course. I think it's better if you go inside your room or somewhere that you can be alone, so that you can really see yourself and express yourself very well. First is your facial structure. I guess it's better if you try to uh, imitate or make different kinds of faces, or like, for example, expressions, that you can open your mouth, you can uh, widen your eyes, any kind of facial expressions may do, so that you will know your facial structure. And then the second one is that you must think about the circle of friends that you have. It is not really important if you have one best friend or lots of friends, but for just you to remember the persons that means a lot to you. Third is your current academic performance. How well are you doing in school? And then fourth is living with a family. You must remember how many are you in the family, who's the closest person, or who is your best friend amongst the family members, right? Sometimes it will be your sister or your brother. And then next, that's the personal relationship with God, all right? Of course, God is very important right now, because in if you have if you're dealing with hardships, if you're dealing with troubles, uh, God and you, as the spiritual being that you believe in, is the only important, or the most important, all right, being right now. And next, your current relationship status. This relationship status does not really mean this not mean about relationship status with a girl or a boy, or is it about having a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Any kind of relationship status, all right. And then next, your body posture, on how you stretch your shoulders, or how you stand up, or how you sit down, or how you face yourself. Are you really comfortable looking at yourself, or do you like your posture? And the last one is your attitude towards difficulties in life. In order for you to remember that, of course, you must go and reminisce the things that happened in your life, so that you will know the difficulties that you've been through, and how did you cope, all right, and how did you resolve those difficulties. Okay, so I guess this kind of activity is going to be it's really up to you, but by 5 to 10 minutes you can do all these following scenarios. So the second one is try to observe yourself and evaluate your emotional reactions after doing the mirroring therapy. So right now you need a sheet of paper including your answers to the processing questions. First, how do you feel about the activity? It does not need to be uh, very long. You can just write 1 to 2 sentences if you want to, or I'm not going to request any write up is going to be long, as long as you express your real self and what you really feel about the activity. Second, was it easy or difficult? And of course, why is it easy, why is it difficult? Third, were you able to mirror emotional reactions you had towards the different scenarios in your life, and as in aspects of your personality, and how? And last, what strengths and weaknesses have you noticed or identified? All right. So I hope by doing the first activity, you now know how you act in in certain scenarios or certain manner when you are faced with adversities, right? I hope you understood now how well you cope up with the situations that you have. How many friends do you have, or do you have a good relationship towards your parents or your siblings? Okay. So why is it important? Why do you think so? Again, it is important to know yourself so that you will know how you will react towards situations. Because knowing yourself is the first step towards your personal goal development. That's why we're now doing activity number 2, which is personal goal development worksheet. This is based on your identified strengths and weaknesses from the previous activity, which is the mirroring therapy, your personal development action plan, so that you will know how to respond in what you're going to write. Okay? So there is a guide that is given on your module. You can read it, all right, there, but I'm going to show it to you as well. The example that we have here is like the personal goal that is written here is better grades for this year. And then what the example here would the stop is, of course, you will have better grades if you will stop sleeping late at night, right? And if you minimize using gadgets for gaming, and of course, I know that the students who like to play ML are going to relate on this. You'll continue keeping notes orderly. Of course, by doing that, you'll have a better grades and you'll improve your reading in advance. Yeah, reading is a very good tool, all right, to know everything. Especially if you want to be a good speaker, especially if you need to know lots of things which are new to you, right? Um, it's very different if you're going to watch it or watch something on YouTube other than reading by yourself. It's a different experience, all right? And you have to start developing a daily personal study plan. So you're just going to add other things here, all right, that you're going to be your personal goal. It's up to you, whatever you'd like to to attain, and then you're just going to okay put here what you're going to stop, minimize, continue, improve, and start. So these are the processing questions. First, how did you find this activity? Again, how did you find this activity, just like the first activity that we had? And then second, how would this help you to attain your personal goal? Although it's very obvious, right? Of course, right? Putting it in the paper, right? It will help. And third, what could be the possible barriers in achieving your personal goals? Okay, so right now, um, you are now in grade 12, which is the last level in basic education. Hence, it would be important that you are aware in your adjustments as a teenager in the different developmental aspects of personality. Uh, of course, you have different personalities. So, how do you think you're dealing with it? So, these are the dimensions that will guide you or the areas to focus on to improve on. All right. So, you can read about this on your module. This is just the summary or the gist of what you have on your module, which is very long, right? And you will know whom this guide came from, the author also as well. So you can see there on your module and read there. But I'm just going to discuss this in a brief manner. Okay. First is physical. So this time or adolescence period is a very good time for you to take responsibility for your physical health. Okay. when you're when you get into, like, when you get to my age, it's very difficult for you right now. Like, I'm now on my 30s. If you're going, if like me, I'm going to start like dieting or exercising. It's just because my metabolism is very different. Okay, it's slower than before. So adolescence period, it your metabolism tends to be faster. You tend to be more physical, right? So don't waste that. Don't waste that by just sitting around doing nothing. Okay, enjoy that kind of feeling that your body does not ache. Because believe me, when you get to your 30s or your 40s, your body will, your especially your back, it will hurt. Okay. So anyway, second is mental. Of course, you have to maintain good mental habits, all right? Including coping, resilience, good judgment among your age group to achieve overall well-being. This is going to be very important. Okay. Even if you are, if you even if you are physically fit, but you are not mentally fit, you are not really fit at all. Okay? And it needs to be, all these aspects or areas needs to be focused on, which means no one or nothing should be left behind. Okay? All right? Now, these five areas are all important. The third is emotional. Especially now that you are very emotional, and this adolescent stage is marked by gradually increasing how you perceive, how you assess, or how you manage emotions. It's not like you are 5 years old that if you are sad, you're just going to cry and whine and do something that's going to be like, but because you need attention. That's what 5-year-old do, right? They're always grabbing for attention, and you are not 5-year-olds anymore. You need to manage your emotions, especially if you are with many people or outside or in a group, right? Because of course, maybe you can do that in your family because of course your sisters already know you, your mother knows you, of course. No matter how many tantrums you're going to give your mom, right? Your mommy or your inay will understand, right? But if you're going to stay that way, okay, outside, you won't have too many friends, and other people will judge you. It's not that it is really important for other people to judge you. What I mean is, other people will judge. That's a fact. There are no no person, okay, in this planet which are not judged by other people. That's a fact, all right? So it's okay to be judged, but it's not okay for you to do something intentionally to be judged, all right? So this is a biological process driven by physical and cognitive changes and heavily influenced by context and environment. Fourth is social. You, as an adolescent, must continue to refine how you relate with others. Questions like, who am I? Who do I want to be? Right? I think you know this, especially if you have philosophy subject, which I know you do right now, grade 12, right? You need to have a deeper understanding of yourself. You have to adopt the values and roles that your parents expect from you, and later on develop your own identity, okay? That might be different from your parents, but similar with your peer group. And last is spiritual. But this is a very, very important. Like I told you earlier, the most important being right now, right, is the one that you believed in, or your maker. I'm a Christian Catholic, so I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the Trinity. I believe in the saints. I believe, okay? But this is me. I'm not going to judge you because, of course, each one of you have their own beliefs and spiritual belief. But what matters if you is that you have your belief. Religion has a strong influence, all right, to everyone. And teenagers are going to be guided, like you, nurtured by clear belief systems and spiritual activities. Okay, you're going to ask, there are times that you're going to ask if it's okay. It is, don't be afraid if this is the stage that you're going to ask yourself, is God true? Really, this is really the stage that you're going to ask that. And it's okay because if you ask that question, it means that you are also trying to know yourself better, right? And trying to understand what you really believe in. So it's okay for you to ask that in this kind of stage. All right? But it's really important as well that you will have that answer, and you are the ones going to answer it by yourself. Most importantly, because sometimes, or most of the time, spirituality is something that you do on your own. It's your own belief, it's your own clear mindset, or what you believe in. All right. And if you have friends that are telling you that you want to go with our, like for example, uh religious beliefs, like for example other religions, something like that, it is better not to judge, because sometimes we tend to judge other religion, right? This is the moment for you to know what they also believe in. That's why in school you have, right, you have your subjects which is about religion, so that you will know other beliefs as well. It does not tell you, or we are not, as teachers, we're not going to tell you to believe in just one belief system. It's for you yourself, it's your journey to find out. Okay. Therefore, internalizing these five dimensions of human individual, all right, these are the ways that you're going to know your personal development plan, so that you can manage your strengths and weaknesses. A personal development plan, again, is an action plan for self-development within the context of education, relationships, career, or for self-improvement. So by doing this, you're going to have awareness, and you'll be able to reflect on what you are going to set and reach, such as your personal goals on various aspects of your lives on different stages. Activity number 3, this is poem writing challenge. Okay, you can ask help from me if you are having a hard time writing your poems, but I'm not going to be strict at all towards what kind of poem we're going to write. You can use Filipino language. You can use, just don't use language which I won't understand. So I would understand some some Spanish, a little Spanish, English. Yes, I would understand that, and Filipino. You may use those language. All right. So this is the moment that you're going to be creative. You're gonna write a poem at least 4 lines about your personal insights on how you value yourself. And I hope that you do value yourself. So you may read the poem with your family at home, or share it with your friends in your social media accounts. If you do, don't forget to tag me if you. But if it's up to you, all right. Not really required. Okay. All right. So the last activity that we have is making your own pledge of commitment. When you say pledge of commitment, of course, that is what you want to state, all right, that you want to to write so that you'll be able to manage your life with courage and determination. So what is this pledge commitment all about? This is about sharing your insights, okay, for about this following graphic organizer. Oh, all right. So this is the last part. After the pledge of commitment, there are three big steps in achieving personal development. Step one, step two, step three, and then you're going to attain your personal development. So again, this does not need to be very long. You just have to know by looking at this graphic organizer, you are on the first step is step one, right? So this is like A. What is this? Stairs, right? So in order for you to go and attain your personal development or to develop yourself to attain that goal, you should have steps to do it. Okay? Again, all right. So this will just have a recap what you're going to do today. You're going to have this. The last part is going to be a graphic organizer about the steps in personal development, a pledge of commitment. You're going to write that on a sheet of paper. Poem writing, which you're going to write on of course paper as well, and then you may read it on with your family, or you may post it in social media accounts. You can also put hashtag. You can tag me if you like. What else? You're going to finish the personal goal development worksheet, okay? And you have that on your module as well. And you have this practicing questions for the activity that we have, right? The mirroring therapy activity. We have the processing questions afterwards you've done this. Okay, I think that's it. All right. So it says here that if you have coloring materials, you may, if you want to design or to put designs on your poem, put designs on your pledge of commitment or whatever page you like. Yes, you may. All right. So I hope that if you're done doing this, you will be able to, of course, as expected, okay, attain the objectives that we have. All right. So if you have questions, I'm going to just try to stop sharing this. All right. Yeah, there. So again, if you have questions, don't hesitate, okay, to send me a message. You know my number, and also my Facebook account as well. And also we have our GC. We also have our UMSK group, right? So there are many ways that you can contact me, so please don't hesitate to ask questions if you have questions or clarifications about homeroom guidance. And if you need someone to talk to, again, about the poem, but not only the poem, but about your personal goals and or personal things about you that you're having a hard time right now, especially that again it's pandemic. Okay, I'll be glad to hear out whatever you're going to tell me, okay? Because I'm really here as your teacher, not only your teacher, but I can be your friend, I can be your mother or your bigger sister that is going to guide you so that you won't have a hard time, all right? Because during this hard time already, right? So it's the hard time. So anyway, so I'm just going to say goodbye for now. So I'm going to see you for the other or the next modules ahead. I hope you're going to have a happy time, or I hope you're not going to have a tedious time answering homeroom, because it's just few activities, right? And it's for you. Okay, what we're doing are for you, for your personal development and personal growth. Okay? Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.